A wall and build a wall today. We don't need to get into the reasons why, but it must happen today before I travel.
You know, I know a lot of people are coming after him for doing this, for all the construction and putting himself through this and building a wall and not really focusing on the fight at the moment. But, you know, I've seen the show Breaking Bad like 5 or 6 times all the way through. And I feel like Strickland is kind of on a similar trajectory as Walter White right now, where he's kind of trying to set up his family. Maybe he doesn't have a full-blown family right now, but at least his lady, maybe trying to set her up for when he's gone. You know, so that she has that impenetrable fortress, that oasis to be able to retreat in, that wall built around her for, you know, after he's executed this weekend. Come check out my new channel, link down below. Hey, by the way, EA, I don't think I've seen any. This looks like a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. I don't think I've seen any of the hits actually land. It all looks like it's camera angles and they're all like a foot away. I mean, it's a video game. You could literally make the dudes hit each other and no one's even gonna get hurt. No damage, no broken bones, no 6-month suspensions. Like, you could actually make them hurt each other. Why in 2026 am I seeing distance between the fist and the dude's face? Why are they leaving room out here for the Holy Spirit? Well, he missed that one. That was a bad example. But look, right there. He didn't even... Okay, but it's not important right now. Okay, so Max Holloway knocked out Conor McGregor. I have to assume, because we've all been hearing that they're in talks right now, that Conor McGregor is supposedly in talks to come back and fight Max Holloway. But we know, because we just saw Conor McGregor talking about it and, you know, the art of deduction, I've been saying for the longest time that Conor McGregor should come back and fight Israel Adesanya. And I think Conor McGregor knows that as well. Maybe he watches these videos just like Tony Ferguson does. Yeah, let's not relive that. So Conor McGregor wants to come back and fight Israel Adesanya. That's why he's talking about my 185-pound strap. He's just trying to get that fight. Conor McGregor and Israel Adesanya will never see a 185-pound strap, but that's just his way of getting the fight with Israel Adesanya. And I think the UFC is upset because they want him to fight Max Holloway. They want to try to build Max back up so that when Ilia moves up to welterweight, because he's not going to want to fight Arman. Now there's a case for, okay, Max Holloway and Oliveira and Arman fighting. You know, the battle of the bridesmaids all over again fighting, except for Arman. I'm talking about Oliveira and Holloway fighting for the lightweight strap again. But Conor doesn't want to fight. He doesn't want to put Max over. So this is the UFC's way of getting back at him.
Show the world you ought to be feared.
Was that... Wait a minute. I thought that was Sean O'Malley and Kobe Covington for a moment because of the haircut. But that might have been Peter Yan.
You fighter. Show the world.
Yeah, that's Peter Yan. What, man, they gave him a crazy hairline. It's not even straight, bro. That's messed up. Look at that. They had Tomas Aspinall line this dude up. See, the UFC is doing right here in pretend, in fake life, in the video game, they're doing, and maybe they're finally coming around because they're kind of doing it in real life too. They just brought back Cub Swanson. They're bringing back Jeremy Stevens. They're bringing back, well, you know, Conor McGregor's coming back. They're getting that nostalgia kind of in rotation, like the fans have been showing them that they want. And this is a video game coming out in 2026, and it has shown more legendary type fighters, even fighters that haven't, you know, they're not even that far gone yet. Like, for example, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson right here. They're showing more nostalgia in this video game trailer than all the like hot, you know, upcoming prospects and contenders at the moment. So I think maybe they're finally catching on.
These skills become your story.
Bro, if they don't have Laura Stanko in the 7-piece suit, in the Pachuco Zutsu as a DLC, I'm getting a refund.
You win. Here.
Do you think Nina Chama is going to be in this? It's actually going to be kind of weird if she's not. It's like, come on, guys. Like, with everything that you're trying to do with her, if she's not in here somehow, that's gonna be weird. Like, you know what? We make fun of it in real life and act like we're annoyed and stuff, but there's actually, if there's some kind of like side quest and stuff like that where you're like streaming on here with Neon and Nina Chama and Aiden Ross and all that, that's actually gonna be pretty interesting. Like before or after the fight, you could go gambling with Dana White and stuff like that. That's cool. I would actually like it in like creative player mode, or even just a regular, like if you want to take them through a career mode or whatever. If you actually had to do like your diet and nutrition and stuff like that. Imagine in a video game if your fighter had to like, he took a pay cut or something because he was like 3 pounds over. Like that kind of realism would be really cool. Or if he made the weight but then he passed out and then he went into like a coma or something like that. That would be super cool if they could do that. I didn't even realize this was Arman Tsarukyan the first time around when I watched this. I guess it does look like him right there. The hair, they just made the hair look kind of different right here. It almost looks like a super depleted, somewhat more ethnic Calvin Gastelum. Like the way his beard was cut and how his hair was straight and everything. I wouldn't have thought that it was Tsarukyan. But yeah, they did him dirty too, trying to show him getting knocked out by Ilia right here. That's next level, man. Like I could get behind the one where they're trying to come at Conor McGregor a little bit because they're upset with him. But this one is very interesting because Ilia actually ran from this dude. Ilia actually went through a divorce with his wife just to avoid this dude. There was this one interview where Helen Yee asked Ilia Topuria about Arman Tsarukyan, and he was like, who? He couldn't even remember his name because he just kept referring to Arman as irreconcilable differences. Ilia was ducking Arman like if he was at the White House correspondence shooting and he was everyone except for Dana White. Ilia literally treated his wife like if she was Old Yaller, and he forced her to go away so that he could fool the public into thinking that he was heartbroken and that he couldn't fight when he was out there going, ay, 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 ay. And everyone was like, bro, you're not even sad. He's like, yes, I am. I'm crazy like Mel Gibson in Lethal Weapon. Don't you believe me? In the video that you're watching right now, this will go by in like a matter of 10 seconds or so. But I've been sitting here for the last hour and a half playing this over and over again, and frankly it makes me sick. Again, it's nothing like the Conor situation. This is just unacceptable, man. The UFC is disgusting to do something like this.
Will I be seeing you at International Fight Week this year?
Maybe.
Did you mean to air that part, bro?
Will I be seeing you at International Fight Week this year?
He seems nervous.
Maybe. We see what happens.
He's blushing, bro. What the heck? Big old cheeser.
You're only as good as your last fight, they say, and yeah, we gotta get everybody forgetting about the last fight as soon as possible.
Well, the UFC is definitely on your side with that, bro. They're definitely trying to assist you with that with the new trailer.
Cormier said that he talked to you and that you've already started training, hopefully, that we get this Conor McGregor fight across the finish line.
I mean, it's just...
I love DC, but he's a company man. That's not the fight that we want, DC. We don't want Max Holloway and Conor McGregor. We want Conor McGregor and Israel Adesanya. Get it right.
If somebody got one over me, I want to get him back. I'd love to get him back. And with him having all this talk...
Well, tell him to get in line. You got to get it back with a few people, bro.
Coming back and everybody talking about how serious he actually looks like he's training and taking it, and really
he's out there editing his own highlight reels, bro. He is serious.
He wanted to come back to fight. It's exciting, you know what I mean? He looks hungry. He looks super hungry.
Little bit of foreshadowing there. Yes, he looks hungry. Exactly, Max. He looks hungry. So hungry that he's going up to 185. He's a hungry boy. He's a growing boy. He's too big for you now, Max. Sean, you are currently building a bunker at your house during fight week. You are hiding cash under the floorboards of your home in preparation of your inevitable demise. And Josh Hokit is currently preparing to fight at the White House. I think he's doing okay.
Community here. I just want to give a big special shout out to Santo Cito for hosting this once a month. They're getting bigger and bigger each and every month. And it's the team here, the team in there, and everyone who puts this on. It's a lot of work. We're getting a little wet and wild here. Community here.
Personally, I don't think that's cool. Maybe some people think this is funny. Arman, this is the second time now that we've seen him do this to someone, and that's on camera. Who knows what he's doing off camera? Well, we know what he's doing off camera. He kind of alluded with Patrick Bet-David, but we saw him throw Nina in the pool. Now he's throwing Bear in the little baby pool, whatever. It's kind of annoying. It is starting to seem. I know a lot of people refer to. I'm a fan. I want to let that be known. I am a fan, but I am also constantly seeing people refer to him as kind of a spoiled weirdo that doesn't really understand appropriate social cues and norms and does a lot of weird stuff like this. There's a part of it that kind of looks staged a little bit, but I also kind of, I don't know if Bear's that good of an actor or Arman, and it's starting to be a little bit much.
Justin doesn't utilize his wrestling in an offensive manner usually, but we want to make sure that it's in his back pocket if he needs it. And I think we saw.
Well, hey coach that wants to impart wisdom and help your dude out. How about don't put it on camera and give Ilia the game plan? How about you make Ilia think that this dude's gonna come in like his usual rock'em sock'em self? I mean, you're treating this like finally, let's use that ace up his sleeve that he never uses, and let's show the guy well ahead of time that this is what we plan on doing.
And then getting just general fitness up. So right now I would say he's in really good shape.
Yeah, so just like I thought, Ilia is now there watching the footage.
Wrestling.
And unless this was all one big trick, and Gaethje's gonna come out with a Superman punch or something like that, might as well hand over the title right now. So Pereira has turned into like, you know how like when the Rolling Stones started putting all their songs on commercials? Once upon a time, the whole Chama thing was this kind of mysterious, really cool thing that every once in a while you get this little Easter egg. And now it's very, very much overplayed. Now it's kind of like DJ Khaled. The way that he's overusing it lately is kind of similar to when someone like gives himself a nickname or something like that. And I've been seeing a lot of these pop up. He's doing these steak commercial things. And I'd appreciate it more if it was like actual steak, like food. But this is for like, what is it, gambling? Some kind of gambling site? And all the people that are constantly talking babas about the homie Khabib for all the crypto stuff, and he just did another one, I know. I saw it. Where are you at? Where are you at when it's this dude with this gambling site? It's a Chama. He's a pull string dummy now. It's not cool anymore. It's not mysterious. It's not stoic. He lost it. He sold out. Gaethje, leading up to the biggest fight of his life, was just submitted by a dude that is still wearing a face mask. This is what I thought. This is what I thought and hoped that Fight Island would be like. This is like one of those when your girl thinks that you're cheating on her.
By the way, when you say in his corner, Kadyrov, do you mean like physically in his corner or just like backing him?
I don't know. I've seen some random rumors.
Oh, wow. That would be wild.
I mean, it'll be interesting. Sure.
Yeah.
Well, Kadyrov seems like kind of a psychopathic guy. And wasn't he already on the brink of death? He was about to die not that long ago, so he probably already has some kind of a death wish anyway. Maybe he thinks if I'm going out, I'm taking him with me or something like that. Dang, if he's there physically, they better, I mean, if you check for guns, you better check the jacket for grenades and stuff like that. Some kind of biological and chemical. Check them for powders, check them for liquids. Dudes, listen up. This is like the makeup for men. Baza reports a new trend in Russia where men are paying to have their ears deliberately broken to achieve a more brutal MMA style look. One practitioner says bookings are filled a month in advance, with clients able to choose the intensity and location of the fracture. Forget about that new anti-balding stuff they keep talking about on the horizon. This is where it's at. And it's real, too. It's not cosmetic. So when them ladies roll up on you, you could tell them they're real and they're spectacular.
Ben's gonna get baptized, and they want me there in person. He goes, yeah. I go, for why? He goes, I don't know. You down to do it or what? That right there showed me, like, holy smokes. Again, the power of God. Like, why would he invite me out of all people in the world?
Bro, Masvidal's Ben Askren's godfather.
Ow, Sean, my leg! It's like a flagpole.
Ooh, Arman's not gonna like that.
I want to break my own shin and break your shin in the process. You have to.
This is what I'm saying about Sean. He just said, I want to break my own shin and break yours in the process. There's something about this dude, like, I'm gonna take everyone out and then I'm gonna take myself out afterwards. That's why you gotta be careful when he's saying these things. That's why I like it when people like Josh Hokit does it, and it's kayfabe and it's goofy and it's funny. When this dude does it, he's not playing around. You gotta pull the fire alarm on this dude. If you just listen, you'll think it's an Arman and Nina video. I personally can't believe everyone got so worked up about this, man. At least there's photo proof. Like the GOAT stuff, you'll be on board for the GOAT stuff and you'll laugh. But there's no non-AI photos of Khamzat and a GOAT. There's a photo of this.